Hello and welcome to Condition by Kia. So for today, I'm going to be showing you 7 exercises that you can do with your GoFit cable system that are going to involve upper and lower body together. They're all going to be multi-joint exercises. I do have my top anchor ready as well as the bottom anchor. So if you're using the top of the door, you want the anchor to be above the top hinge. And if you're using the bottom of the door, you want the anchor to be just below that bottom hinge right there. So I'll show a little quick screenshot of that on each one of those, of course. But I'm going to be starting with the door anchor up top. If you need to pause and then swap your door anchor to the very bottom one, then give that a pause midway through, because I'm going to do the first 4 up top and then the last 3 on the bottom. Just a little side note though, if you do not have the GoFit cable system and you have cables, the handles, and the door anchor, you can do all of these exact movements. The GoFit is really just the brand name. But as long as you have a door anchor and cables, you're all set. This first one is going to be a squat and row. So you can always add more weight to make this a bit heavier, but you're going to want to extend out into where the cables are tight right here. Your knees are unlocked, back is nice and straight. You're going to come down into a nice deep squat, knees are at 90, pull into a nice deep row, and bring it back up, squeeze the glutes, come right back down. And squeezing the glutes, don't come forward here and lose that flexion on your hips. You want to keep the glutes activated with a nice squeeze and unlocked knees right here. So down deep, let's go for 15. Deep, through, that's 1. Take it deep into your squat. 2, squeeze your back, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, let's go for 10 of these. You can always make that about 10, 15. I would recommend to make sure your cables are heavy enough or the tension is tight enough that 10 to 15 is very challenging. This next one is actually going to be one of my favorites. It's called a trap pull down alternating back lunge. So with this one, feet start apart. You're in a hinge point right here. Cables are tight and you kind of look perpendicular with your quads and your arms close to it as possible. You're going to alternate a nice flex, back lunge. Flex it into a trap pull down, back lunge. This one is simple and effective. You're keeping that quarter squat as you're doing the trap pull down motion with your back, and back lunge to keep that flex in motion. I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to do 10 of these. This is 6. Trap pull, back lunge. Trap pull, back lunge. That's 8. And 10 right there. So this one is going to be the single arm tricep extension with a calf raise. So pretty much you're going to hold the cables just by your ribs right here. This arm is going to extend out while this one keeps that cable tight from rolling back into that direction. Or you can clip both of them into the same handle, just depends on the weight of the cable you're using. So you can also do it like that as well, just depends how heavy you're going. So if you're doing it this way, actually, I like to keep my handle, I'll move the handle part, I'll make it so that way it's easier to hold like that. So pretty much you're going to go extension, calf raise, extend it, calf raise. This one is 10 for each side. So now if you're using both of these and you have a heavier cable but you can't quite get that range of motion, you can hold both of them here and you can split that weight and now it'll be a little bit lighter, but you can still do that action. Extend on the tricep into a calf raise. Now the trick for that calf raise is do not lock your knees and control the down motion to really get the most out of that calf raise, and make sure you're focused on tricep, calf, tricep, calf. Alright, these ones are going to be a chest fly with a squat. So, you're going to want your arms to be here at kind of a pulled back in a tight position. And your feet are about shoulder width, knees are bent, hips are ready in that hinge position. You're going to go down into a squat. Your arms are going to drag behind you. Come on up, keep those legs in a position where you started. Down, chest fly. Squeeze your glutes on that chest fly and squeeze your chest on the chest fly. You are going to come down a little bit forward, just slightly. But you're still working those quads, glutes, just slightly differently. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 right there. Alright, so this one is going to be the deadlift row. So this one is kind of a different kind of motion here. So your hands are going to be kind of rotating throughout. So the row part, we're going to start with that. Feet are shoulder width and your feet are staying right here the whole time. Underhand, so bring those cables in towards your hips with your palms up. Bring it down, rotate your wrist. Keep the cables tight as you go into your deadlift. Rotate, pull, rotate, down. Keep the cables tight, pull, down. Rotate, pull, rotate, down. Rotate, pull, rotate it, and down. Let's do a few more. One more for each. Rotate, pull, rotate, and down. Alright, so this one is going to be the bicep curl split lunge or split squat. There's many different names for these ones. But pretty much you want to start in that split squat position right here. So you have your feet nice and ready, toes are ready on the back, and you're going to put palms up, elevate the arms, bicep curl, keep the cable tight as you come down. 1, bicep curl, down and 2, 3, I'm keeping my arms elevated the whole time. And that's 10 right there. For that one, you would definitely do both sides. This one is going to be a row and kickback. So I changed my handles. So pretty much from right here, I just loop it like that. I just give it a little bit of rotation on the handle. So from here, I get into my hinge position, and then the cables are somewhat tight. You're going to feel more triceps than back with this one, but you do need to flex the back muscles for this to work really well. Keep that quarter squat. You're going to keep your quads and glutes activated with a nice squeeze right here the whole time. It's like a hole. Row it. Kick it back. Row it. And kick it back. 2. Keep the cables tight. Don't let them get loose. Go for one more. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are able to use these exercises and incorporate them with your own fitness routines and have fun with them as well. If you have any questions or comments about any of these exercises or nutrition or fitness in general, feel free to ask away in those comments below. I'll be happy to answer. Be sure to stay tuned for next Wednesday, where I'll be posting another Go Fit video for exercises you can do with Go Fit exercise cables. But as always, I hope you have an awesome, wonderfully blessed day, and I really hope to see you on the next one.